Hey folks, Dave West, Small Batch Cigar. We are finally back after a 6 or 7 month hiatus, and I smoked this cigar yesterday. I loved it. I wanted to bring it back today, run it back one more time, and experience it with you. And yes, I'm in a tent. I finally joined all the Cigars Unbanded people. They convinced me that an ice fishing shelter is the way to go. It's not complete just yet. Still waiting on an exhaust system that should be here by Friday, and then we'll take some pictures, maybe do some video. I don't know, but these guys have been using it for a long time. It is super handy. The installation on this is legit. I've got a tiny little heater. It's about that tall, about that wide, and that is doing some damage in this tent because it's a much smaller place or space to heat up than the whole garage or the shed with basically no insulation. Oh yeah, I got this guy too. Don't really know how to use it. I think I have to talk like this. But we're gonna give it a whirl, see what happens. I like it. It's got an arm on it. It can do things. You know, I also got some mood lighting. We can change the colors up in here. Pretty legit. My teenage daughter would be so happy. I have the 6x52 Connoisseur size today. It's an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper over Dominican binder and fillers. My first few impressions today are just like yesterday. Old books. That is the very first impressions I'm getting. Something about the glue and the binders in old books, and it has that that vanilla-like sensation and vintage books. It is incredible, delectable, and that rhymes, so you know it's true. In addition to that old book sensation, I'm also getting a serious red pepper. Let's call it red pepper flake in honor of Paul Garmirian. He literally wrote the book on cigars. Roughly 12 to 15 puffs in, we have the red pepper, we have that old book sensation. I'm also getting another sweet and bitter aspect. It's reminding me of flan for the sweetness, and the bitter is more of a dark chocolate. So we're having this sweet and spicy and bitter push and pull throughout right now. Again, 12 to 15 puffs in, and it just keeps cycling flavor. Very complex experience. So guys, what have you been up to? It's been a hot minute. I really set out at the beginning of the year to do a lot more reviews. I have not. I have failed. Instead, I've been traveling the country, met a lot of amazing people, a lot of really cool cigar enthusiasts, a lot of awesome cigar shop and lounge owners, a lot of brand owners. It's been a really cool year for expanding, for broadening horizons, for learning, for growing, for doing, but it has not been a good year for reviewing for me. Yeah, what have you been up to? Drop me a little comment here, shoot me an email, whatever, but tell me some non-cigar related things that really wet your whistle this year. I'm gonna go first. Dr. Squatch. Dr. Squatch. Dr. Squatch is it's my new favorite thing that's not smokable. I love it because I love black lather. That's really what it comes down to. I love the heavy grit, and I love the black lather of pine tar. And I have since bought several bricks, that's what they call their little soap bricks, that were black, that did not have black lather, and it threw me for a loop. But pine tar is excellent because you get the black lather, you get the heavy grit, sandpaper on your skin with black lather. It's just, I don't know, I could go on about this forever and not really say anything new or different. I just love Dr. Squatch. Also, shout out to 6 Cents Brewing in Jackson, Ohio. Kate and I swung in Sunday, and it blew us away. First of all, you can order chicken nuggets, homemade, home-fried chicken nuggets by the half pound or pound. And then you have dipping sauces to choose from. And then they had burgers that sounded good enough that they convinced Kate to get a burger. It's kind of a rarity for her. She loves vegetables and healthy stuff, but these burgers stopped her in her tracks. The beer The beer was also most excellent. Jackson, Ohio. Doing it right. 6 Cents Brewing. Thank you. For the first time today, this cigar got a little funky. And I've heard a lot of people talk about how funky this cigar can be. But for me, when I take it out of the bag, I didn't get the box of these, I just got a pack. But when I take it out and I smell it and I don't get a crazy amount of barnyard from the wrapper, I go, okay, it's probably not going to be a super funky thing. Because a lot of these guys that are funk bombs, you notice it pretty quick before you ever light it up most of the time. I guess it's kind of like different cheeses. If you're not acclimated to that, if you're not used to those experiences, it can be overwhelming. But in the cigar world, when you get used to it, some people hunt for it. Some people love the funk master. To me, I can take it or leave it. It's just like any other taste, you know. But it's definitely getting funky on this PG. There's more of a bready sensation right now. The vanilla also has kicked it up a notch. So I would no longer say it's given that old book sensation, like I'm in a library. Now it's more of red pepper flake, vanilla malt, funk. Still getting some sweet, maybe burnt caramel, and a little bit of dark chocolate, especially on the finish for the cigar. You know, the last time I had red pepper and vanilla malt, that was the Futuro by Warped and Aganorsa. Also, a very funky cigar. I was telling Mr. Ember at Creekside over the weekend that was the cigar that when you opened that box up, it hit you so fast, right in the face, just barnyard for days. But the experience was incredible. Red pepper and vanilla malt. And I'm getting very similar notions right here with the PG 35th. The vanilla malt, I would say, is not as strong as I remember from the Futuro by Aganorsa and Warp, but it's present, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Paul Garmirian says the project for their 35th anniversary takes them back to day one. That is, to create a cigar that is rich and subtle and has the attributes of the classic Cuban cigars. This cigar is, quote, so smooth that it convinces you it is either the mildest strong cigar or the strongest mild cigar we've ever made. Mild, strong cigar. That's a really good way to put it. It has a lot of body, a lot of intensity. The strength, though, is not affecting my body the same way I would expect from the body and intensity of this cigar. Maybe it'll change halfway through or 3/4 of the way through. But yesterday when I smoked it, I was also shocked because I love cigars that have a ton of flavor, but do not have that physical effect on your person from nicotine strength. And I also smoked it relatively early yesterday, and it didn't overwhelm the senses for the rest of the day. I could still continue smoking different things and enjoying myself. And mildest strong cigar, that's a pretty good descriptor. Mr. Garmirian knows what he's talking about. And this is a very dark Ecuadorian Habano wrapper too. See if we can get some of that showing there. I was not going to update you again until the second third had officially began, but I accidentally dropped the ash a little too hard. And you know that I love the first couple of puffs after an ash drop because that's when things change up. And this one really has changed up, even though it wasn't a proper ash drop. It was an improper dropping of the ash, for sure. But I'm getting this cashew sensation. The breadiness right this moment is more of a brioche. It's a sweeter, lighter bread. And coffee. Just a really good latte-like sensation. It's much more creamy right now. It's coating my palate with oils. The finish on this very last puff, it reminded me of a lager. I like this. I don't know why, but I like not having to mic up with a lapel. I like it being right here. It's just so easy. It's so nice. Once again, thank you to Peter from Cigars Unbanded for putting me onto this mic. He sent it to me. It was Amazon Prime deal, I believe. Got it right out of the box, plugged it in, USB, everything's working. That's what I need, is just plug and play. And thank you to Sam from the Cigars Unbanded Discord for putting me on this specific tint. And of course, Matt for encouraging me to just dive in and make it happen. Spicy. We're back to Spicy Town. This time I'm getting the heat from red pepper, but I'm also getting the tasty notes of black peppercorn right this moment. It is just bready and peppery. Still have that lager, that roasted malt kind of sensation floating around in the background. No funk. No funk at all right now. And the sweetness, it really hits me more in the finish. Instead of dark chocolate in the finish, like I think it had earlier on, it's more of a milk chocolate finish. Just good. Just good. I bet this cigar would go so well with a lot of different pairings. Everything from sweet tea, I can see sweet tea knocking it out of the park, to Dr. Pepper, to bourbons, to scotches, ryes, dark beer. I would pair this with damn near anything just to see what happens. And it's so balanced. It's not like it's super sweet and it needs a bitter contrast. It's not like it's super dark and earthy and needs a little bit of sweetness to coax out some sweetness from the blend. It's just so balanced that I think you really could go any different way with it and get a different experience, which is pretty cool. I would even try this with espresso. I think a lot of times for me, I want coffee like a latte or drip coffee from the house in the morning, but I would definitely enjoy this with espresso. Today I'm just sitting here with some Kirkland sparkling water, and we are presently 39 minutes in, and that is how much I have drank. Just a couple of sips here and there, mostly so I can keep talking, because this thing is making me want to talk. But I love a cigar that does not require you to keep topping off your glass. I love it. And now that I have a desk and a tent and I've got my screens and everything up, I can do a review. I can check emails. I can respond to folks. I can come back and hit this every now and then. Living the dream, guys. Living the dream. This is one of the hardest cigars in recent memory to smoke at a controlled pace. It's so good. And every single puff has new things it unlocks and uncovers, and it's hard just to sit here and not keep puffing away on this thing. But when you slow down, the flavors, for every cigar, but also this cigar, they just really come alive. And it's getting sweeter the more I'm burning it down. And you know me, I love sweeter tasting notes. I have a sweet tooth. And this cigar, whereas early on, it had a little bit of that sweetness with the vanilla happening, but it had a lot of spice. And it still has some spice in the background, but they flipped roles. One's a primary and one's secondary. And right now, it is just sweet brioche, some baking spices. I get a little bit of hints of cinnamon and nutmeg. This is a perfect fall cigar experience. I think if you love bolder cigars, maybe you only smoke a lot of heavier, darker Maduro experiences, and you want to try something that's not necessarily Maduro, but has enough intensity and complexity to keep you engaged, I think this would be a really good opportunity. All right, I've got to get back to work. I would normally scour the internet and find what other people are saying about this cigar, but it's kind of newish. I did find one really fast on YouTube, the Stogie Brody, the positive one. He has a rating system of godly, heavenly, mortal, and peasant. He rated this cigar mortal, saying, I'm paraphrasing here, it just wasn't sweet enough. He wanted a little bit more from it. So I'm going to link his review in the description below, as well as the channels that helped me get this set up and going. I've missed you all. I'm glad to be back. I can't wait to do this more, especially now that I've got a place to do it in the warmth all fall and winter long. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you soon.